Hey guys, I'm Mike Burns from Severne Windsurfing North America, and today I have the pleasure to go over with you one of my favorite new boards. Actually, it's one of my favorite boards of all time, and that is the new for 2022 Severne Predator. Now, in a world filled with all these foil board options, what makes the Severne Predator so different from the rest? Well, it's simple. This board is designed specifically for fun. So in the world of, slalom type, outboard stance, free ride kind of boards, there's a million of them. What makes this one different is the straps are inboard. So if you're a windsurfer that, we have a lot of fun on a board like a Severne Fox is incredible, but there's a whole big giant segment, myself included, that likes to ride bump and jump or freestyle boards that are, more turny and more playful and just more fun to me in general than just blasting as fast as we can in a straight line. And that's what the Severne Predator is. If you want to carve on some swell, if you want to do some 360s, if you want to just work on your jibes, this board is super compact. The straps are really on center. They're right on the center line, just like a freestyle or like a Severne dyno, on the inboard position, or even like a wave board. Like the straps are right dead in the center. And what that allows you to do as the rider is the same as it does on a regular shortboard. It allows you to apply pressure to the opposite rail. So when you're on some swell, you lean on your heels and you go upwind. You lean on your toes, you go downwind. And you can really just let the sail right out and just kind of carve away up and downwind. The other thing with the Predator is the volume flows really far back. So it's similar to kind of like a freestyle board in windsurfing in the sense that you can go in the straps and there's plenty of volume right under your feet, like as soon as you get in the straps. And then what the centered straps allow you to do is actually get in the straps and you can work the board. And I think if there were more options like this, a lot more people would get into windsurf foiling because they're not into that outboard racy sail type thing. We want to have fun. We want to play with the stuff we're using on the water. And that's what the Severne Predator is about. So now let's go over the details. We know who it's for. It's for the guys that want to bump and jump, like replicate that bump and jump, carvy freestyle experience, but on a foil board in much less wind than than it takes to do it normally with a regular windsurfer. As always, with all Severne boards, they're super light not because they skimp out on the materials, but because they have a tried and true new method to build a board, and that's compression molding. So they actually compress all the excess resins out of the board, and the resins don't give the board any strength. All they do is add weight. They come in a 95, they come in a 110, and they come in a 125. I personally use the 110, bounce anywhere between 175 and 190 pounds. And the 110 is just enough to uphaul for me. So I like that because I like to minimize the board volume. When you're flying in the air, the smaller the board gets, the more looser and better, more reactive it feels. But at the same time, I got to float and uphaul the sail. So the 110 suits me. If you want something a little more stable, if you're out in some chop, maybe the 125. If you're a lighter weight person, maybe the 95. But everybody, all the boards are really, really nice. First, we have a nice long mast track for that range of adjustment. Basically, that allows you to move the sail forward and back. Because remember, when you're on the foil, if you move the sail farther forward, it's going to want to nosedive, and if you move it further back, it's going to want to come up easier. So it kind of helps you find that balance spot. Everybody likes it different, so you're going to have to experiment for yourselves. The sail I use the most on here is the 4/8 Freak, and it goes, for me anyway, I have my foot straps in the center plugs, and the 4/8 Freak goes smack in the middle of the mast track. I've used a 5/9 Freak on there. I've used a Foil Glide 6.0 on there, and I've used all the way down to 4.0 Freaks. And they're all, you just move the mast track around a little bit, and they're all phenomenal on the board. It gets perfectly balanced. Moving a bit further back to the back of the board, we have nice sized deck pads. It's not a full deck pad, but it does give you enough room. There are multiple plug options in the front especially, where you might want to move. You can do a little more outside, a little more inside, whatever you're more comfortable with. And you'll have nice pad coverage for wherever you want to move those straps. The straps themselves are really nice and cushy. They're the standard Severne black straps that come with the Predator. On the inside of the straps, it's really nice because they have the number marking. So if you're kind of swapping off the board or doing some demos, or it's a husband-wife combo, one's on the water, one's off, and they're switching out, you just remember what number you had on the strap and you just put it right back. And that's with all Severne boards and all Severne straps. They have that in there. Further back, and this is like, when you go further back, this is where you really realize how much detail and effort and nuance that Severne puts into everything. So just this back strap alone, it's kind of a game changer, because the whole thing's been, how do we get a back strap dead on center while still allowing us to use a Tuttle base for the foil? And because, normally you'd overlap the holes with the Tuttle base. So here, Severne invented their own strap where the back edge of the strap actually has a hole in it. It's spaced out wider to kind of straddle the back hole in the Tuttle box, and you could actually just drop the screw right in and tighten it up. Now that puts the front screw under your foot, so you don't really want a hole under your foot. So what Severne actually did was it's so simple yet so effective, is just put a little foam plug inside that hole on a string. So when you want to take the screw out, you pop out the plug, you unscrew the screw, you take out the screw, and then at the same time you have a nice solid footing under your foot while you're riding. So good job, guys. So that's it for the Severne Predator, guys. I hope my excitement conveyed as much as I think it does into the video, because I gotta tell you, this board really is something else. I do the reviews for all the products, and I genuinely really like pretty much everything from Severne that I've tried. But once in a while they really crack the code on something, and man, that one is just unbelievably fun. And the great thing about it is you need 10 knots, with a 6.0. My sweet spot with that is, if it's blowing 14 and I can go out on my 4.8, with the Predator, I'm just as excited to go rip up, 14 on there and work on my 360s and stuff, as I am to go out in 25 on my 4.4 and my Psycho. So it's really a game changer. And if you're that centered strap type of person, where your high wind windsurf fin board is like a free wave type board or a bump and jump type board, or you're into wave sailing, that board over there, that Severne Predator, is really going to change your thoughts of what windsurf foiling is about. So that's it, guys. Hit me up if you see me at the beach and you're twiddling your thumbs and you want to get out in the water and you see me ripping it up on the Predator because it's only blowing 12 to 15 and it's not enough for you to windsurf. Just flag me down and just hop on the kit and take it for a spin and see what it's about. All right, because I think you'll be pretty impressed and might change your mind about a few things. So that's what I got for you guys. My name is Mike Burns, Severne Windsurfing North America, and I will see you at the beach.